Battlefield 6 does have a built-in shooting range, but this is a little bit lackluster when it comes to the target variations, to their movement, distance, and so on. And it also doesn't have any vehicles. So today I want to show you 3 different shooting or target practice ranges where you can also fly helicopters, jets, and practice with all kinds of ground vehicles. And to find them, you need to go to community and then search experiences. And for the first one, you put in the code ENS5. This one says vehicle IDs because that's just how it started, but I thought it is still quite useful. So you can host this locally, so you don't need to take up any space in Portal for a server, and it's just running on your system. And this is basically only a very simple space where you have all of the vehicles of Battlefield 6. This doesn't have any targets, you only have this platform right here and the vehicles are standing here. So this is actually only made for someone to find out the names of all of the vehicles, so the in-game names and what kind of description or name the developers use and how you can find them. But you can of course also use this to practice with some of those vehicles. You cannot use your own loadouts here, but you can drive around with those vehicles. You can shoot at the other vehicles, destroy them, and you can also fly around with a heli or with a jet if you want to, or if that's what you try to learn. And you will definitely, especially for flying around, you will definitely have enough space to do this. And this is how the little jets are made. Next up, we have the practice range that I'm using a lot in my videos. So if you are looking for this one specifically, then it's DXS4. This is the code for it, and that's the copy, vehicle, and soldier shooting range. And then you use the spawn point that is up here on the upper part of the map. And this will bring you right here, and you basically have everything you need, or most of it. So you have this wall right here with the meters. So if you want to do recoil tests, for example, on 20 meters away, you could just shoot at this wall. But if you want to reset it, of course, you have to reset the full server, so you have to reload it again. Unfortunately, all of the descriptions here are in Chinese. So if you want to interact with something, there are things you can interact with, but I do not understand a single thing here. You have moving targets you can use for practice. You have a lot of stationary targets you can use for practice. If you shoot them, they also pretty much instantly respawn. You have all of the vehicles, the ground vehicles, also the air vehicles. You have these little hoops right here that you can fly through and do some practice with the helis or with the jets. And you can also have people joining here. So if you want to try something out with a friend, for example, they can just join in and then you can shoot each other or try something out. And then the last one, and also the best one, is Z4ZT6. This is test range by X8 Reaps. Again, hosted locally if you can. And here you also have 2 different spawn points, but you should use this one right here, so the lower one, because this will get you right in front of the shooting range. And this shooting range really has everything you need, and it's also in English. So you have targets in different locations, different altitudes, different distances. They basically instantly respawn as well when you shoot them. So it's reminiscent of the Battlefield 4 shooting range. And then over here you have 2 things you can interact with. One is change loadout. So when you click on this, you basically get back to the spawn screen, and then you can change your loadout as you normally would, and then just click on the spawn point again, and then you respawn right here in front of the range. And what you can do as well, which is actually amazing, is when you interact with 3 targets, then these targets here on the range, they start moving around freely, just like the AI would in Battlefield 6. So they're just running around. You can practice your aim on moving targets here. And some of them, or most of them, will come down from these higher spots. but at least they're running around. So I think this should be really, really helpful. And then what you have as well, of course, are all of the vehicles. So you have all of the different helicopters here, also the different variations of the attack heli that we have in the game. And over here, you also have all of the ground vehicles, also in all different variations. And over there on the side, you also have the jets. Also, of course, in all variations. So you can fly around, you can drive around, shoot at the targets, whichever you want, and practice your aim, practice your driving, flying skills. And yeah, I think this is actually the best one. The normal Battlefield 6 shooting range is great if you just quickly want to try out a weapon, you want to do some easy target practice, or you just want to try out your changed loadout or a new grip or whatever you want to test there. It's great for this, but if you want to fly around, or if you want to actually shoot at moving targets or different distances, or at targets that are above or below you, you have to go with these ranges here in Portal. A few things to add here though. So I'm doing this while I'm editing the video because it's just a few things that I noticed afterward, after recording it. So a few things to notice is that first of all, on none of those you can change the loadout of your vehicle. So if you want to test a specific upgrade, or you want to test a specific weapon, or you want to get used to a specific weapon or loadout with a vehicle, unfortunately you cannot do this. You can only practice with the vehicle itself, but not with a specific loadout. For the weapons, of course, everything works fine, or for the classes as well, and for the gadgets and so on. You can use all of this, it's just the loadouts of the vehicles. And secondly, because I already know that there will be questions below this video if you will be able to do challenges on these servers or complete weekly missions or whatever, and the answer here is no. You cannot do challenges on these servers. You cannot complete them, they will not count. You cannot do your daily or weekly mission on those. I had it that it counted for a moment, so that it showed up as completed, but then when I got back to the start screen of the game, the progress was fully reset and apparently it did not count. So even if the game should show you while you are on the practice range that you might have completed a task, it doesn't mean that you actually completed it. There's a very, very high chance that it will get reset when you go back to the start screen. So these ranges are really not made for challenges or for tasks or to make things easier. They're really just made for you to try things out, to test things, to get used to the game or some mechanics or movement or whatever you want to do on those. And they're just there to expand on the range that we already have in Battlefield 6. Like I said at the beginning, I would always recommend to host these ranges locally, because first of all, you will not need a server in Portal, and secondly, you will not have to set a password, because when you host something locally, then no one else can join anyways. So it makes things a little bit easier if you host them locally, and since you don't get any progress, I think that's just the best way to go. And yeah, that was it for today. I hope you found this video helpful. And if you did, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. And of course, if you have any other shooting ranges that I completely missed and I did not see so far, be sure to post their codes in the comments below, and then I will check them out as well. Or you have any other Portal modes that you want me to check out because you think they're great, or maybe any great remakes of old maps. I've seen some already, but that's for sure not all of them. Be sure to post all of this in the comments below, and then I will definitely check it out. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. I'm the Catwoman, and you are awesome.